Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Kev Be Cool. Today is February 11th, 2020, and this will be my first actual video of me on my YouTube channel. Um, Aside to like the gaming stuff, but me actually talking to you real quick. So right now, coming home from work. I work overnight at Harris Teeter as a produce clerk. It's been going good so far. Doing about a couple of weeks. Not that I'm new to the place. I just been working overnight. I worked overnight one time before, but that took me away from working overnight a couple of years ago. But now I went back to do like other stuff, But that's not important. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about the gaming side of me. Soon you'll get to know the cosplayer side of me. But today I want to talk about the wrestling side of me. And if it sounds like there's a bunch of noise in the background, I don't know. It's probably because I got the headset on, or I don't know. But if there's a lot of noise and if you really can't hear me, I apologize. But yeah, let's talk about the wrestling side of me. So, yeah, I'm going to give you the cliche story of wrestling's been a part of me my whole entire 27 years of my existence. And I love every minute and every second of it. Can't remember what age I was when I first started watching wrestling, but I know I was very little. At first, when I was watching it, I didn't understand like a group of half-naked men in the ring beating the living crap out of each other was entertaining. Like, why did everybody find that shit entertaining? And over the years, I just grown to fall in love with the business, or just wrestling in itself. And I'm glad I made that decision to keep on watching, because like I said, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. People in the ring, all these gimmicks, these colors on these goddamn gears and shit. But yeah, wrestling's been a part of my life, man, and I love every inch and second of it. Now I've been watching WWF. I was really watching wrestling around like late in the late 90s. I was watching WWF until it eventually turned to, as we all know now, WWE. But if I could say that I was more active in watching the Ruthless Aggression area, because I knew WWF was around, but I wasn't watching as much because I was also a younger kid at the time. Still got to go to bed early for school and all of that crap. I couldn't stay up. I couldn't stay up past around 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. But I was really watching wrestling in a Ruthless Aggression area, where you had like John Cena and Edge and Undertaker and all of these other wrestlers, and it was a great time for me to watch wrestling. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time is Kurt Angle. I don't know why, because sometimes I have to sit here and think like, why is Kurt Angle your favorite wrestler? And I don't know, because I did amateur wrestling myself when I was in school. In middle school through high school, I was doing amateur wrestling. And I guess that may have been like somewhat the part of me liking Kurt Angle as it already was, even though I like Kurt Angle way before I was doing amateur wrestling. But yeah, but I like guys like AJ Styles, Ricochet. I'm very big on African American wrestlers, because I feel as though African American wrestlers don't get the praise that they deserve, that they should have. I felt like all of these years, African American wrestlers just, get shitted on by so many. I guess I wouldn't say different companies, but if you go to WWE, you look at their time in WWE and it kind of looks shitty or it's racist or anything like that. But I'm very big on African American wrestlers or black wrestlers or whatever you guys want to call them. But yeah, I've been watching wrestling for all of these years. Yeah, because I watched WWE when I was in high school. That's when I got put on to, like, I think New Japan and pretty much other independent wrestling promotions and stuff like that, because I didn't know what some of it was, because I used to be like in the library in school, and I would just sit there and watch like wrestling videos where there was Pac at the time and Ricochet wrestling in New Japan and shit like that, which I was supposed to be doing my goddamn work. But TNA, I don't know if some of you remember when On Demand had like the free TNA matches. That's where I got to watching TNA at the time. And yeah, it was kind of like a promo or something that I was watching something on there, and it was doing like a trailer, and it was showing like primetime Elix Skipper when he did like the Frankensteiner, and I forgot the fucking match called. Forgot what it was called, but he did a Frankensteiner on top of the cage, you know, on Christopher Daniels and shit. And I was like, the fuck is this? TNA? I'm about to watch this shit. And I love TNA after that. And I started watching TNA like thoroughly. I didn't watch it when it was like on Fox and shit, but when it got to like Spike TV, that's when I really started watching Impact Wrestling, or TNA Wrestling at the time. At times it has its ups and downs. I mean, right now, I really don't watch as much wrestling as I used to, because I'm always working, coming home, playing video games, watching YouTube, sleeping, or eating like a fat ass. I bet you're wondering, you know, eating, you get so goddamn small. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, when I was in elementary school, tell y'all a quick story. When I was in elementary school, I had a bunch of friends. And elementary school was probably the best time of my life. And I had some friends in elementary school. I can't remember everyone's name. I remember they were like Derek and maybe a Dorian. I may have known a Dorian back then. I can't remember. But I had all these other friends, and I know I had my two best friends that I had at the time, named Cordier and Philip. And these two were like my very, very best friends at the time. And they made my elementary years so fun. And the funny thing is, we used to do like stuff like beating on the table and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all know what that means. Like, sorry about that. I know a lot of y'all know what like beating on the table, like using your palm and having a quarter in the other hand, and we would just like do beats on the table. And we also did wrestling as well. And the darndest thing is, we would get in trouble for banging on the table, but we would never get in trouble during like actually wrestling inside of the cafeteria. And now it's like, as a grown ass, well, as a kid, it's funny as hell. But now as a grown ass man, it's like, didn't nobody give a fuck about our well-beings when we was wrestling in the cafeteria? Like, I really think they wanted us to kill each other. But I could just remember one day we were at lunch and we were all just messing around, you know, joking around and stuff like we usually do, beating on the table, making jokes and stuff. And we were just wrestling. I can't remember if we were just choosing to be wrestlers or we were just doing wrestling moves on each other. And from what I can remember from my memory, because my memory is shit nowadays, I can't remember much shit from my past, but From what I remember, we were all just in the cafeteria, like in the back of the cafeteria somewhere, wrestling and shit. And I was doing a couple moves on people like basic maneuvers, suplexes and all of that shit. And I noticed I let one of my friends give me a fucking move. And the move that he gave me was a power bomb. I know what you're thinking, but I gotta tell you the rest of this shit. So he was going for the power bomb, puts me in the power bomb position, lifts me up where I am on his shoulders, basically in the position where he's gonna drop me down. And I'm a fucking idiot. I know this. And then next you know is he Batista bombed me on the fucking floor. Concrete fucking floor. Or whatever the fuck the floor was made out of. But all I know is I landed on a hard ass floor and my head banged against the fucking floor. Like I said, as a kid, it was funny as shit. Now as an adult, what the fuck was my dumb ass thinking? But elementary school was great. But that ain't stopped me from like doing stupid shit like that, because I used to do that shit in like elementary school, middle school, not so much high school. High school was like, but yeah. But yeah, I've been a fan of wrestling for so long that it's crazy now that most of you already know that I'm a professional wrestler. I started back in October. No, actually September. September. Yeah, late September. And I can't pretty much tell you other stuff that I was doing before because it's pretty much frowned upon. And I hate the way things are when it comes to this shit now that I'm in, you know, the professional wrestling business. But it is what it is, and I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it. Like, I feel like I have an opinion about it, but I'm not gonna address the opinion because I feel as though it's not my right to say anything about it. So I'm gonna just let it be. But yeah, started training with Nick Taylor. Most of you may know, or a lot of you may know him as Sicken. And it's been a blast ever since I started training. And less than, I don't think me telling you that really matters, but yeah, ever since then, when I just started like my first match, I've been having a blast. And when he was telling me about the stuff that comes within professional wrestling, I was already just game, because I'm quite sure the things that I would already know, but I already know things that I already don't know, because, you know, you never stop learning the business. But I remember this question that he asked me, because he was telling me so much stuff about the business. And he had asked me, well, now that I told you some of these things, are you sure you want to join the business? And the thing that comes to my mind is, well, I already gave you like a portion of my money to start training. Once I gave you a portion of my money to start training, that means I'm ready. And I'm not going to stop anytime soon. I get that professional wrestling has a lot of bullshit when it comes with it, but I think I'll tend to figure out my way to try to avoid some stuff. Because I know I'm going to make mistakes, but I also would like to have those mistakes so I can learn from them and not make those same mistakes again. And there's a couple of mistakes I already have made ever since I started, but you know, you make them, you learn, and then you don't make them again. But yeah, but ever since then, you know, it's been so fun for me. Yeah, so, but just wanted to talk to you guys about the wrestling side of me so far, because I did tell you guys that I was gonna, implement, 3 elements of just wrestling, cosplaying, gaming, but also getting to know me more. Yeah. But right now I'm trying to figure out some ideas as far as like merchandise. I think my first match for this year would be like the 31st, if I'm not mistaken. If not, the first week of February. So yeah, I'm thinking about some merch ideas. I already got a friend of mine, sister's boyfriend, probably trying to do a logo for me or something like that. I don't know. I had somebody do some graphic designing for me, but the guy never hit me back, so I don't know what's going on. But I'm trying to get this merch out there, man, so y'all can get some K.A. Robinson merch, because I know y'all want that stuff. And please go support any of my peers that's also been doing this. My close peers, that is, that's been doing this for like a year, almost 2 years. So, go support Christopher Andino, go support Chris Slade, go support Van Williams, go support Randy Lawson, go support Nick Anarchy. Support everybody that you see. If I share someone on my page, go support them. If I share their videos, go support them. Go share them. Support. Please support. And that's what a lot of things people don't do when it comes to independent wrestling. When I saw the meme the other day, like so many people would just support like WWE and all this shit, but ain't nobody supporting indie wrestling. Like, please support. Because you never know. You might be a portion of somebody's success down the line when they actually make it somewhere else, or whatever the case may be. I feel like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but at times I feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's just my first video, so screw it. But yeah, man. So I want you guys to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it. Also, go follow my other social media platforms, which is Twitter and Instagram, K.A. Robinson. That's K.A._Robinson92. Go follow me on my Facebook page or the like page as well. Like I said, I am gonna show you guys some stuff for cosplaying for the convention that I'm going to next month, which is Katsucon, the week of Valentine's Day week. Across the street. About to get hit. Fuck. But yeah, I might stream some Battlefront today or Jedi Fallen Order. I think I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I was asleep all day and I felt like doing shit. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Remember, like, if you want to dislike, that's fine. Do whatever you can to support me, help me grow. Teamwork makes the dream work. Whatever. I just want the cool outro. I'll talk to y'all later.